Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another helpful grammar session. In today's video, we are going to learn about how indefinite pronouns agree with verbs. It may seem a little tricky at first, but don't worry. We're going to break it down step by step in a very simple way.
Yes. You'll learn when to use singular or plural verbs with indefinite pronouns like everyone, some, none, each, many, and so on. This lesson will help you write and speak more confidently and correctly. Let's begin.
Let's start with a simple question. What are indefinite pronouns? These are pronouns that do not refer to a specific person or thing. For example, someone, anyone, everyone, no one, anything, nothing, something, many, few, all, some, and so on.
Exactly. And the key point is that some of these indefinite pronouns are always singular, some are always plural, and some can be both, depending on the situation. Understanding this helps us decide whether to use a singular verb or a plural verb.
Let's look at the first group, indefinite pronouns that are always singular. These include everyone, everybody, someone, somebody, anyone, anybody, no one, nobody, each, either, neither. For all of these, we use a singular verb.
Right, for example, everyone is invited to the party. Someone has left their umbrella. Each of the students was present. Even though words like everyone or each seem to refer to many people, they are grammatically considered singular.
That's a very important point. Beginners often get confused because these words feel plural in meaning. But when it comes to grammar rules, we treat them as singular and use a singular verb.
Now let's talk about the indefinite pronouns that are always plural. These are both, few, many, several. With these pronouns, we always use plural verbs.
Some examples are, both are coming to the meeting. Few have submitted their homework. Many were absent yesterday. Several were waiting outside. These examples clearly show that these pronouns need plural verbs because they refer to more than one person or thing.
Great. Now here comes the tricky part. The indefinite pronouns that can be singular or plural, depending on what they are referring to. These include all, any, some, none, most.
This part can confuse learners, but let's keep it simple. If the pronoun refers to a countable noun, we use a plural verb. If it refers to a non-countable noun, we use a singular verb.
Let's see examples for better understanding. Some of the water is cold. Water is uncountable, singular verb. Some of the apples are rotten. Apples are countable, plural verb.
Another example. None of the money was spent. Money is uncountable, singular verb. None of the books were interesting. Books are countable, plural verb. So the verb depends on the noun that follows the pronoun.
That's right. So when you see pronouns like some, none, all, any, or most, always look at the noun that comes after the word of. That noun will tell you whether to use a singular or plural verb.
Let's quickly summarize what we've learned so far. Always singular. Each, either, neither, everyone, someone, anyone, no one, nobody, everybody, somebody. Always plural. Both, few, many, several, singular or plural depending on the noun, all, some, none, most, any.
To make it even clearer, let's take a small quiz. I'll say a sentence, and you tell me whether the verb should be singular or plural.
Sure, I'm ready.
Sentence 1. Each of the players are on the field. What's the correct verb?
The correct verb is. Each is always singular. So, each of the players is on the field.
Good. Sentence 2. Many of the students were absent.
Many is always plural. So the correct sentence is many of the students were absent.
Nice. Sentence 3. Some of the milk is missing.
Milk is uncountable. So we use a singular verb. Some of the milk is missing.
Perfect. Sentence 4. None of the cookies were left.
Cookies are countable. So we use a plural verb. None of the cookies were left.
Excellent work. I hope our viewers also tried to answer these in their minds.
Now let's give one final tip. Always identify whether the indefinite pronoun is singular, plural, or depends on context. That's the key to using the correct verb.
Yes, and practice is important. The more examples you read or write, the more natural it will feel. Try making your own sentences and check whether the verb agrees with the pronoun.
So, to wrap up, today we learned how indefinite pronouns agree with verbs. We discussed 3 categories: always singular, always plural, and conditional. We also shared examples and did a short quiz to test your understanding.
And remember, grammar becomes easier with regular practice and clarity. Keep watching our videos on Grammar with Altaf to improve your English step by step.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more helpful grammar lessons.
Take care and see you in the next video. Keep learning.